So, could you start with what are your biggest takeaways from this big Congress win? Because it, the entire gains of the Congress seem to be from the JDS and the BJP. It's not even like it's eaten into one party's seats. It seems to have eaten into both of theirs. How do you look at this?
See, I will first of all say that it's a very emphatic win. In fact, even people like us, professionals who are looking at data and surveys and opinion polls and all that, were trying to suggest somewhere that the Congress will be the single largest party. And they would probably, the number that we were probably getting adjusted to was 120. But they've got, much more than what we thought they would get. And that's an emphatic victory, and that's a clear victory. It's not that, there was a bit of a compromise here and a compromise there, and therefore they got it. So it's an emphatic victory, and that credit should go to the Congress. Now, what are the big takeaways? The biggest takeaway is that this election and 2024 should not be linked. So if the Congress gets complacent, thinking that this is an ideological victory that they have had over the BJP, if you look at social media today, everybody is trying to make it look like, okay, from tomorrow morning Hindutva is gone, and or the next minute Hindutva is vaporized, and Rahul Gandhi's harmony walk had its greatest impact. I don't subscribe to any of that even for a minute. See, this is a victory which has come its way because there was enormous anti-incumbency, and it is not just anti-incumbency. There was also, it was stopped and iced, and the creamy thing layer over that anger was a certain. I mean, over that anti-incumbency was a certain kind of anger. So the anger has found clear expression, and the Muslims, that was a very big question whether they'll get split like before between the JDS and Congress. I've not seen the numbers, to be fair, and I think it's fairly early to get those numbers, community-wise breakup. But I think that they seem to have consolidated behind the Congress. So that is a very clear indication. So what does that do to the BJP? It doesn't matter, because BJP did not give a single ticket to the Muslims. But what does that do to the JDS, which seem to have a little bit of hope about the minorities going with it for very fair reasons? Because Deve Gowda had worked on giving Muslims their reservation, and he had stood by the community. He was the biggest voice against Godra. So he was trying to remind people during the campaign on all that. But I think it has been a tactical voting. The Muslim community perhaps saw that the Congress is the party which can challenge the BJP most effectively, and they went with them. And it is strategic voting, and I think they have tactically voted for a party that can comprehensively defeat the BJP. So it is here. There are a lot of tactical things that have happened. So one should not read it as an ideological victory, because there is another point. When the Bajrang Dal issue came up, it was a insertion into the manifesto. But if you go back and play all the bites or quotes, read the quotes of the Congress politicians, the big ones, including DK Shiv Kumar, nobody defended the insertion of that phrase into the Congress manifesto. It was, they said, they were trying to tell you that we don't know how it happened, but if we come to power, we'll build more Hanuman temples. So they were reacting to the Hindutva agenda that the BJP was trying to set. But I think by then, the electorate seems to have made up its mind. So the Bajrang Dal issue did not have a kind of resonance with the electorate. And I think it was more to do with this huge embarrassment that the Bommai government was. The manner in which he had run the government and establishment.